You might have noticed everywhere I've been is pretty nice. But I'm on my own today. And it's daytime. And I'm going to try to go to the most dangerous hood in Burgas. So for me, the first step is to put any valuables, bar my phone and my keys, in the hotel. And if worst comes to worst, I thought I need to get a wooden stick, and I will have to act somehow gypsy, which I don't know how I'll do. Gypsies are quite dark. I'm a bit dark, so maybe I could get away with it more than a white man, but I have to do this because it's like, I don't know, it's like, it just excites me to go to this part, because what's interesting is that the gypsies, the Romans of Bulgaria, are seen as, not explicitly, but they're seen as the subhuman race. They're not seen as someone who are on the same levels. Bulgaria, like any place, is a classist society, which is, you know, something where class and privilege play into a role. As is the case of every society. But, you know, the gypsies of Bulgaria have never really been, not all of them, but a lot of them have never really been trusted. You know, because they have been found, they're just not been as trusted as, say, a regular white Bulgarian. Well, I'm fascinated by the unknown. I'm fascinated by parts of the country where people want to kind of forget about and ignore. But as a traveller, it is my job to try and uncover these parts of the country. To try and uncover. So I'm going to be putting my stuff back in the hotel, in the Airbnb, sorry. And I will drop everything. I don't want to take anything apart from my phone and my keys in the zip pocket, so that if anyone touches it, I'll know that they're touching it. And hopefully I can get some very good footage. See you in a bit. So, for the Bulgarians amongst you, I'm going to try and read this, and you can correct me. I think this says Debewin. Debeli Stransaiki. Bekusni, Burgeri. So definitely something, that must mean burgers, I think. Burgeri. Snudki. I think it's gonna be a Swadki, because that second letter is a W. Is actually only an L if it's Le or Li, according to my mate. So it's Swadki. Gofreti. See, the thing is, I can read this, but I can't seem to understand what it says. So that's why I want to get to the level one day, maybe, if I can actually read this without and understand what it says. But something to do with burgers from the picture. But no, that doesn't sound right, but I don't know. And smoothie i fresh. So I suppose fresh is fresh, but I don't know. I think the E is the and as well. And we've got an angry. That's probably resembling the fact that I haven't got this right. We've got a sad emoji here, probably saying that I haven't got this right, but oh well. So we basically arrived at the main street of Burgas. I think these are the courts. I get confused, but I think these are courts for the town centre. I think these are the courts. I think this is a government building. Let's read that. Zvra? It could be Zvra. Spidebna. Pawata. Spidebna Pawata. Sounds like power to me. But it's very difficult to try and translate it because you can get the alphabets to one thing. Anyone knows what that is, would be very useful to know. But it's translated. It's getting into like being able to say it is one thing, but then understanding what it is. But I think there's an app which you can on Google where you can actually try and translate it. Little skateboard here, and yeah, pretty much that is. It looks like there's some political stuff going on here, to be honest. Nice flats. But this is like the main street of Burgas. This is like the place where me and my mate meet up. It's a good place. It's a good meeting point. But yeah, it's just nice, man. It's just nice. Cultural centre. So let's read that. Otkrita. Odkryta Przyjemna. Odkryta Przyjemna. So yeah, probably a politician who's hanging out there. So we are off. We are finally off. I've dropped my stuff at the hotel. My wallet, I've only got with me a phone, a key, and three lev. That's all I've got. Phone, key, 3 lev. I'm deliberately carrying a very little, and perhaps my water bottle as well. But we're off. It's about an hour walk, so there isn't really a getaway card. If things go wrong, I've got to I've got to walk for about an hour. But this could be really interesting. So let's see what happens. I'm on the bridge, the Gypsy village. As you can see, there's 2 gypsies in front of me. I'm really nervous because I could get mugged off here. So I found a modus operandi. I've basically found that I need to act as a gypsy somewhere or the other, so that I can blend in. But with this expensive phone, I might not be able to reach my trick. So I'm going to have to act like a gypsy. So I'm going to have to just basically not be able to speak properly. I'm going to act like a mute. Like that. I have to do something because I don't want to get caught. Don't want to get mugged off. I love the gypsies, don't get me wrong, the thing amazing people. But also, I just want to be careful. I have to have some form of self-defense. Currently, me just talking like this is not going to help. So we're going to have to try and blend in and see what happens. So we're at an abandoned train yard where the trains go to salvage. You just got to be careful here because you freaking fall over, you're dead. But these were the trains near the Gypsy village. They'll be salvaged, they'll be taken away. Kind of like what we have in the UK, but we never really get to see it. Health and safety in Bulgaria. If it's in the UK, it will all be cordoned off. You won't be able to get in there anytime soon. There will be barbed, there'll be big long fences. But here in Bulgaria, sometimes you'll find that there's open kind of borders, really. There's no protection. Someone trips over, you end up in a rail yard. Well, it's very difficult to get out. I've just passed a bridge in Burgas. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like if there was separation, there's 2 different separations. So I've come from the city and I've crossed the bridge and it's very industrial. As you can see, loads of car shops, loads of mechanics, very industrial. Apparently I'm about 20 minutes away from the Gypsy village. So I think the scariest part I had was the bridge, because the bridge is quite narrow, the pavement is quite narrow. And obviously if you're going from one end to the other and you're passing through, it will be a little bit scary, because if say for example you got two people coming through either side, and they might steal your stuff. I'm walking down the pavement, and I'm just being a bit careful because I wouldn't know what to do. But I thought of something I'd do. I'd just probably jump over, not jump over the bridge, jump over like the pavement and get into the cycle lane. The cycle wasn't being very well used, and that way I could dodge any potential pickpockets. But as I said, mate, I've only got three valuables. The police car just stayed on me, so they're probably wondering what's going on. Maybe essentially not to go there. Maybe say, look, Raj, you can't go inside there, it's not safe. I just go Angliski English doing a vlog, and they might not even want me there, to be fair. But hey ho, slowly but surely we're getting there. So see you in a bit. Finally found the gypsy village. It's so different here. I've never been so scared. It's like a slum. It's like a Rio Brazilian slum. Apparently here is where pickpockets, everything, all. But apparently that's what it said. I'm going to go in and try and see if I can go in without looking suspect. Just found ourselves in the gypsy village, and I've never been so scared before. But this is where it's at, you know, freaking just gypsies all over. So far I've had to fake it, so I've had to walk deliberately limp. So I look like I'm in need or something. Something's gone wrong in me. Something's wrong with me. Just so I don't cause any like suspects or any arousals. But yeah, pretty much this is the gypsy district. And I've seen just typical gypsy kids playing about. You know, it's kind of cute, but again, these are the stigmatized people apparently. It's so different from Bulgarian city. But ironically, they still fly the Bulgarian flag. They still consider themselves Bulgarian. They fly the flag of Bulgaria. There's no gypsy flag or anything like that. They consider themselves gypsy. So yeah, just got to be careful now. 3 seconds away from having my phone stolen. This guy was coming up to me and it was the scariest thing ever. So I resorted to what I always said I resort to. I resorted to what I said I resort to. And essentially, I resorted to talking spastic. This guy was coming up to me. I knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to tell me to wait, and he was going to take my phone. I was like, wait, let me take your phone. He's going to take my phone. It was the scariest thing I saw, and I saw it coming. My instincts were clear. Instincts were clear. And so all I went is I started speaking really weird. Like I went, and he was like, this guy doesn't know English, this guy doesn't know, you know. And I saw it coming, man. This is instinct, this is survival. When you're here, you have to be on your toes. This is what excites me in life. But next time I'm coming here, definitely coming here. But I'm coming here without looking through. But yeah, see that through. They're looking through there, we're checking there, bang, 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 check. I've just come out of the village, gypsy village. It was a really, really dangerous experience, would not recommend it. I nearly got mugged off my phone, and I nearly was pickpocketed by little kids. So when they say don't go there, don't go there. It's very, very dangerous. I'm always nervous, I'm always scared. I'm in a sheltered zone here. So I'm away from people who could potentially pickpocket. Additionally, I was okay. I was camouflaged, relatively camouflaged. I wasn't causing any kind of nuisances. But as soon as I was regularly on my videos, and as soon as I was talking on the phone, I would not recommend coming here unless you have going with absolutely no valuables. They will take anything they can, and they are smart. A few precautions that I learned alongside the way. Fight or flight mechanism. I acted gypsy. I spoke really weird and really fast so that they speak to me, they won't understand what I'm saying. And my tone looks angry, but they won't know if I'm Bulgarian or not. I could be someone who has learning disabilities. I know it's not PC, but sometimes if you're trying to escape, you have to say these things. My skin colour has helped. because I don't exactly look like the most foreigner of people. So that's helped. Yeah, I'm always aware of my surroundings as well. And also, please don't come with any valuables to this part of Burgas, because they will find a way to pickpocket you. I was sitting here talking in my earlier video. Those 3 seconds saved my phone. There was a guy who was trying to calm me down with the intention of stealing my phone. With the intention of taking money, with the intention of stealing my phone. There was a lady in earphones looking at me while speaking. They operate in gangs here. They operate in circuits. I'm not saying every gypsy knows every gypsy, but a lot of them do. And as soon as a foreigner or an infiltrant comes into their territory, into their gypsy village, and they are suspects, they're not just a regular Bulgarian driving around doing some little business with the gypsies, they're doing that they will find out. And word goes around very, very fast. Word goes around like a drop of water, like rainfall. So please do not, this is a warning to anyone who goes to this part of Burgas. I will note it down below what the part is. So whatever you do, you probably will never end there. My mate is very protective of me and didn't want me to come here for a very good reason, or maybe just drive out. I did the very most unsafe thing because I am young and I seek danger sometimes because I come from a privileged country. But please do not do this. I've never felt so unsafe before. I'm now walking over this village. This village is like a territory. So basically, this part of Burgas is safe. The behind part is okay if you're doing industry work, but it also is the place where the gypsy village is. Over there is not so much gypsy village. It's like a strip. It's an industrial strip, and basically the gypsy villages around the industrial port, just behind this area essentially. So if you look over here, you've got the industrial port. Just behind that is the gypsy village, and just behind that is back to regular Bulgaria, safe Bulgaria. So this is probably the most dangerous experience I've had. I've seen the wealth of what Bulgaria can give, but I've also seen the poverty, and I've also seen the danger of it. So please do not ever come to this part of Bulgaria with your valuables. Come here empty-handed, leave here empty-handed. At most take a few coins. Do not give anything that shows your identity here, because otherwise they can't do much. Like if you come here without any valuables, they don't have weapons and stuff like that. So I don't think they have that. But what they do have is very smart skills, and they're able to run. They're able to take them to run. They're able to steal. That's what they're good at. That's what a lot of them are good at. Not all of them are, but a lot of them are. So please do not. Anyway, that was an exhilarating experience. It's addictive as well, because I do want to come here again. My hair is all over the place. Maybe my hair is full of adrenaline as well. But I am now going back to regular Bulgaria, or regular Burgas, so the safe part of Burgas, where I never felt unsafe. It's weird, because I'm so used to taking for granted where my mate lives in central Burgas, where it's so safe, that as soon as I came out of it, I am, I'm so happy. I've never been so happy to go back to normal Burgas, and I will not go there again. I've got so much to enjoy, but at least I made the experience. I mean, if you're going to come here once, you might as well see the gypsy villages for yourself if you really want to. It's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but yeah, I'm back in now a safer part of Bulgaria, where I feel more comfortable with my phone. I'm a lot more comfortable here, so yeah, please do not do that. Fuck it. So yeah, but very interesting. I mean, it's one of those things. It's very interesting to see. Just be careful, guys. Anyway, we're now going to central Bulgaria. We're now going back to Burgas, and we're going to have a look and see what's going on in terms of the area. Make sure it's careful. We're going to go back to central Burgas. There's still gypsy over here, by the way. We're not completely clear of them, But usually the gypsies here are because they're here because of work. It's kind of like a commute for them, so they wouldn't be here without not doing, without not being at work. Having said that, I have seen some spying of me, so I'm not going to lie, I have seen some spying. And it's also, no one's innocent. The kids are very good at pickpocketing because they have soft hands. They're little, they can reach. The older men, they have rougher hands. They won't be able to do the pickpocketing as easily as little kids. The women can provide distraction. The women can talk to you whilst another woman goes and pickpockets. So they can provide distractions. The ones you least want to worry about are the older women. They're the ones you least want to worry about because at most they might be feeders of information, but they can't really do too much. So the mothers, the big mothers, they really can't do very much. And the men are equally, they can get aggressive. They can have the capacity. I haven't seen any, but they can have the capacity to get aggressive. So whatever you do, please do not go there. Oh, bless her. She's a hard worker, but the ones that do respect are the gypsy grafters. They're the ones who hang out with the Bulgarians and do some work. They're usually on their cycles with big bags, heavy bags, prams. They're the ones who won't really do as much because they have some form of relationship with the Bulgarians. But the majority of them who are actually in the villages, they tend not to have any relationship with the Bulgarians whatsoever. Anyway, as you can see, I'm back into normal Burgas now. I've come out of the strip. It's not very far away, but at least I've seen it, and it's so much different. I haven't really gone right in. I wasn't very safe. Like I came into a street. So imagine you're at the outskirts of a city and you go into a street. I don't know, say for example, I don't know, like M25. This is a very random example, but you're in the M25. There's a massive circular road. You go in, maybe one road in, you're in North London and you go out. That's kind of what I did. So I did go to a gypsy village, so I didn't go right in. I was too nerve-wracking to go right in because as soon as you get spotted, 3, 4, 5, they know where you're at. They know they can spot you. You're not done. But if you really want to be conscious and be aware of the surroundings and practice your surroundings, you kind of want to get to a level where you're pretty safe. So I guess it helps you. I mean, sometimes in a lot of these safe countries we have it too easy. You can put your headphones on. Like I'm from North London, it's a fairly good place of London. I can afford to put my headphones on. It's a classic. Someone is the most vulnerable to be pickpocketed. Someone who's got their headphones on, who's not aware of their surroundings. Got their shoes, got their trousers. But most importantly, they're in their own zone. They're easy prey. The people who are not going to be easy prey are the people who are, people are not going to be easy prey. The people who are aware of their surroundings, who don't carry many valuables. Those are the people that are going to be not easy prey. So I did what I could. I'm not a master of this, I'm not used to this, but the most sensible thing you want to do if you go to Gypsy Village is don't bring any valuables with you. The number two, what you want to do, apart from that, is if you're going to go there, just please don't bring any valuables. And if you're going to vlog about it, get a cheap camera or something. Don't bring something that's, bring a cheap camera, bring something that's not, that doesn't show up. Like I'm bringing freaking Google Pixel in, it's a fairly good phone. It's not exactly, it's a pretty high-end phone. So it's gonna be, valuable, even to people who are not gypsies and all that. But what you want to be like is you just want to be kind of careful. But anyway, that is a summary of a really exhilarating journey. I'm sorry that most of this footage wasn't captured. I would have loved to captured, but the cameraman never dies, and I'd love to capture every single footage. But it was unsafe. I'm going to try and come here again one time. But I'm going to try and just use a very cheap, shitty camera that I could just tuck on my shirt, and that's about it. Maybe your keys I can hold on, and that's it. I'm not going to take any more than that, any less than that. And that's it.